Hello everybody, this is Nick speaking. Welcome back to another episode of Biffacraft. Today is episode number 3. And yeah, you might be wondering what all these trees are doing out here, a whole bunch of different varieties. And well, I was thinking we have commercial plots in the main core area that we're going to want to, have some certain stuff that we need, and well, this is the way to get our economy going. To get our diamonds going is want to make a shop that for leaves and for wood. So yeah, I really don't know a better way of actually getting that stuff going other than to more or less just say, hey, let's get a whole bunch of this going. And at the same time, I'm also thinking maybe, well, we don't really need to sell saplings, We've got the other stuff. Why would you want to grow your own when you can just buy it from me? That's the kind of idea, and, well, yeah, it requires a lot of planning and definitely a lot of acquiring resources on that, so it's not going to happen today, but just a idea of what I want to do in the future. And we also got our sport point, which for some reason I had stuff built over here, and apparently it was decided my spawn point needed to go in the water. I'll probably have that moved at some point, but for now, you know what? Let's just build a dirt path over here because it'll be easier to get to it that way, and well, I'm not building in the water, really, so except for maybe we'll have, like, some sort of few piers or something out to the water, so yeah. And then we just get a little teleport that just sends us right over here to town, and we can go off to other stuff, so. And, of course, also means we've got a teleport back to, which is kind of one of the things going on here, so here is our teleport right here in the red tower, and we hit this button and it puts us right here on this ugly diorite thing, and then we can go back over to our actual base. I mean, for right now, just since I don't have anything built or anything, having it a temporary one over here is probably one of the best things for us, so I'm not mad about it. I just, it's temporary. And I'll probably have to ask for it to be moved at some point, but yeah, this is kind of the one, this is like, that's the center of the plot, and then, is that really the center? Because I could have thought that I made the center more over that way, but okay. So I made it 31,000, so wait, 150... Oh, wait a minute. $31,150. Okay, that's plenty. Yeah, that's about how far I needed anyways for my claim, so we're good. Yeah, because I'm not going to build past here, so I was just going to stay down here in the valley, and I wasn't able to claim all of the mountain either, but as you can tell by where that point is, I was able to claim a good portion of it, and was able to claim most of this flat area. I think the hill out there is the back of where we were able to claim, so we got most of this area, very flat, nice area to work with, and, it does come with some unique mobs and unique problems to it, like, we've got a few of these guys just from, having strays in the area, because, yeah, they seem to drop slowness arrows, which is kind of cool, and it's an interesting way to get some potion arrows. So, I think what I am going to do for today is gonna start off by going down to our strip mine down here. Got a few chests for the strip mine, and basically, we're gonna go collect resources, see if we can get some more diamonds or anything, and hopefully, you know, work on getting ourselves some stuff going on. And yeah, I should probably bring a little bit more wood and a little bit more torches with me. And there we go. We'll just bring like that, and I think that should be good for us. So I'm gonna take off down into my strip mine, and we'll see what I acquire for some resources. See you guys back in just a little bit after this time lapse. Alright, so I thought it was gonna be a time lapse, but holy crap. Ravine. And caves. Got a ravine and some caves here, which is actually kind of good. Oh, this is caves I've been in before, just from a different angle, which is also awesome anyways. I like exploring caves, because it's a lot easier to find resources in them. I do not want to mess with all of those skeletons, though, because, yeah, we really don't have that many resources right now. That is another ravine. Okay, this is gonna be kind of interesting. Well, let's avoid this cave for now, and we'll cover this up because we need to. And torch, and yeah, let's get you. Okay, so let's just say time lapse resume. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed that a little bit there. You know, did a little bit of mining there. Wanting to do a strip mine, but we didn't really need the strip part of the strip mine because it happened that we found a pretty good cave down there, and I got 8 diamonds out of it, so I'm happy with that. So I figured let's, you know, take a little bit of time here and break them on camera. I do have fortune on this iron pick. Actually, when I went to first enchant it, it actually ended up with the fortune on it. So that was kind of cool. And we got another 17 diamonds out of it, which is actually pretty good. I do like that idea of getting another 17, which brings our total up to 36 diamonds. 36 diamonds. I mean, that's enough for a full set of armor if I really wanted to get myself some good armor, head over to the mob spawner and, you know, maybe get myself a nice good sword here too. Although this one's not too bad. Could be better though. I think I'm just gonna run with these 2 picks for now. The other thing we could do is get a really good axe and maybe use that as both our weapon and our tree chopping stuff, because guess what, you're gonna need that, and then for the leaves we are gonna need shears as well. It would be nice to maybe get an unbreaking 3, and what else can I, mending would be nice too. So we'll take the iron and the diamonds with us, along with we'll take a few sticks, and we'll see what we can make over at the spawner. And I think that's gonna be our other big thing we want to do today. So I'm gonna head over there, and as far as I know, there's still only the cave spiders on the server, and I don't think anybody else has found any other spawners. I don't know if that's just there aren't any spawners set to spawn or what's going on with that, but yeah, there's not really been too many spawners found this season, which is actually kind of surprising, because I would think at this point there would be more than just a few cave spider spawners, and then I think there's also a case where we have a few, whatchamacallit, there's skeleton spawner in somebody's base, but I know that's kind of off limits unless it's your base, so this just happens to be in a community area, and of course I helped build this one, so that's kind of nice to have it. So yeah, I would like to see myself get some full diamond armor here, so I think I'm gonna, you know, turn it off. We'll AFK here for a little bit, see what we can get for some new gear, and I'll see you guys back and show you what I have when it's all done. Alright, so I am back, and I did the little bit of enchanting we needed over at the spider farm. Got a whole bunch of tools and stuff sorted out. As you can tell, this stuff in my hotbar is the stuff we already had, though. But we got all of our new stuff right over here, and it looks like I actually grabbed a little bit of extra string. do have enough diamonds to buy one mending book, which I think is going to go probably on one of these. Probably the axe, actually. But let's go through the enchants and see what we got. So, boots, just Unbreaking 3. Not really that great. Chest plate, we got Protection 4, Unbreaking 3, and Thorns 2. It's probably the other one I want to get mending on here right away, just because the Thorns, and we're actually going to run through this armor and weapon set and whatnot first before I start using this stuff, just so that way I get all the use out of this other stuff first. On the helmet, we got a Protection 4 and Breaking 3. That's actually pretty good. And on our leggings, we just got Unbreaking 3 again. So, basically, 2 of our 4 items we just got Unbreaking, so we're going to need to get protection on them somehow, and not too keen on the Thorns either. On the sword, though, we got a Sharpness 4 knockback 2. Get some Unbreaking and Mending on there, and I think that's going to be a pretty good sword for us. And on the Diamond Axe, we got an Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3, and a Silk Touch, which Silk Touch is kind of nice to have on the axe, especially considering we're going to be chopping down a ton of trees and for leaves and that kind of stuff, and that'll be pretty easy for us to get that kind of stuff, you know, make some money, make some diamonds, because that's kind of what we need to do. So I'm going to stick all this stuff in my ender chest for now, just so that way I know nobody's going to take it from me. And, oh yeah, I did decide to wear it while I was farming the rest of them. I don't know why, I just did. And so there we go, we got all that stuff in there, and I also need to let's go replace the lapis over in the spawner, because I have plenty of it. I just need to actually do that and replace it. Now, if I can remember where the store is that sells the mending books. It's not this wing. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on here. And, oh right, 16 emeralds for a diamond, or 5 diamonds for 60... Okay, that's not an even trade. So you're making diamonds if somebody decides to buy emeralds and then decides to buy diamonds again. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. Shouldn't that be a fair conversion ratio? But I guess not. Where are the mending books? That's not it. That's the Silk Touch. We got the Silk Touch. Mushroom blocks. I mean, that's kind of cool to have. And yeah, lots of interesting stores around here already, but I actually haven't noticed one that's selling, like, stuff like wood or... Well, actually, I did notice one that's selling wood along with a lot of other stuff, but... And I don't remember, is this... Yeah, this is the leave 2 stacks of cobblestone, take a diamond. Completely lost out on that, because I didn't make it. Because I didn't see this until all the diamonds were gone. So, yeah. Somebody did a lot of work getting a whole bunch of diamonds there, and I'm jealous. Vad's fishing kit, that's also kind of... also gone. Where is that store that... Here we go, the mending. There's plenty of mending books, so I'm gonna buy one of those. And, whoops, let's actually separate that back out. Because somehow I accidentally, when I shift-clicked that, I did it wrong, and yeah, Bane of Arthropods, not that great. I think that's the only real bookstore that sells really much of anything, too, so you're getting lots of money over here, Red Miner. It's a pretty good profit already, 45 diamonds. Yeah, because, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, anyways, I think that's gonna, you know, do it for this episode. I think I'm gonna stick that mending book onto this axe, and it's probably gonna be something that starts getting used pretty quickly here, unlike the rest. Or I could put it on... Well, the axe is going to be our money maker, so I feel like getting the axe taken care of is probably the best idea here, so I'm going to run home and... Where is my... There we go, Redstone Tower. Redstone Tower. I need to keep remembering that because somehow I keep forgetting which tower is actually mine. It doesn't really work out very well. So, yeah. And we've got lots of stuff to chop down in here and whatnot before the next episode. And I can also go and restock the lapis a little bit. So, here we go. Let's stick the mending book onto the axe. We'll use up the efficiency 2 one here first, but after that we've got the new one, and there we go, 16 lapis, and we'll just donate all of the lapis to the spider farm. So, how much lapis do you guys think we're going to get out of this? I'm going to guess at least we're going to get a full stack of it, so I'm going to use a fortune pick here, and yeah. I mean, really, I have no use for the lapis here right now, so might as well donate it. And yeah, that's going to be a pretty good donation for the farm over there. Do I have... I might as well, if that's like 4 stacks, I might as well keep like the not full stack on me over here in my area. Yeah, that sounds good. Yep, and then the rest we'll just donate over to the farm. And I'm going to say that's good for this episode. Stick that in the chat. Actually, that one we'll probably keep on us. We'll get a little bit of this going, maybe. If I can get it. If there was a way to get an unbreaking book, that would be awesome. But I don't think we have that right now, so... Because we don't really even have an enchanting table. So, yeah. If I could get an unbreaking book, I'd get some unbreaking shears, put some mending on that, but I don't think that's really a possibility right now, so we'll probably end up just smelting down iron and making shears over and over again right now, just to kind of get the whole leaves going. And yeah, maybe next episode, if I've got the whole thing ready to go, I guess we will take the time to get our new shop going over in the commercial area. And that's going to do it for this episode. If you enjoyed, let me know by posting a comment down below, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!